Hey everyone, it's Monica. Welcome back to my channel. I have a very brief unboxing and then we are going to talk in this video all about braided straps you can buy or you can DIY. So everything I'm going to show you today is from Portland Leather Goods. I am an affiliate. My link is down below. If you shop through that link, there's no discount code needed, but you're going to get 30% off any premium items on their website any day of the year. It's an amazing deal for you. I get a small commission. It's a way you can support the channel if you like. Let's unbox this really amazing braided Portland leather strap. The store that is closest to me, I haven't seen them have any of these Portland Leather Goods braided straps in stock, but a purse pal in one of the BST groups was offering to sell brand new braided straps from a store near her. She was basically going to the store, purchasing them herself, and then selling them for buy-sell trade. I took her up on the offer because I've always wanted to try one of these. She packaged it very nicely in a plastic baggie to protect it. These straps, I should mention, during my journey with Portland Leather Goods, I've never seen them available on the website, and that's why we're doing a buy or DIY video about braided straps today. But if you're near a store, you can check. You can also look at the BST groups and you can find them there. So this strap, I believe, is in the color Grizzly. You can see it's got those Portland Leather Goods clasps that we're so used to on most of the tote bags and butterfly bags, things like that. And the straps are just sort of twisted together. They call them braided, but I think it's really two pieces that are sort of twisty. And then it's got stitching accents and stuff. So I've wanted to try one of these for a very long time. But like I said, I've never seen them in the store that's closest to me, and I've never seen them online since I've been a Portland Leather Goods fan. Let's try it on some bags. The first bag I want to try this strap out on is actually technically a pouch. This is the Snappy Flappy pouch from Portland Leather Goods, and it is basically just a magnet closure flap. I think that's why they call it the Snappy Flappy. It's just a magnet closure flap, and then it opens and is just a nice large pouch to store your belongings. I've seen lots of people using it as a yarn project bag because there's no zipper. Your yarn won't get snagged. I crochet myself, so I totally understand that, and I think this would be the perfect pouch for it. Now I've modified this one. My friend Laura at Laura's Little Luxuries taught me how to do this. So I've added two little tiny D-rings here. Laura's got a great video on how to do this. I'd be happy to make one of my own as well, but I don't take any credit for the idea. I basically modify this pouch into a shoulder bag or a crossbody bag, depending on how I wear it. Now, these braided straps from Portland Leather Goods are definitely more of a shoulder length. So I'm curious to see how the Snappy Flappy looks on my shoulder with a braided strap. Here she is, all attached. It's a nice match. Cold brew Snappy Flappy with the Grizzly braided strap. And there we go. My first time trying a braided strap from Portland Leather Goods. I actually really like it. It's very comfortable. It doesn't feel like it's gonna slip off my shoulder at all. It's a great length on me. Oh, and it's very cute on a Snappy Flappy. That's awesome. Thank you to the purse pal who grabbed this for me. I'm just over the moon about it. Now, before we get too far along into the video, I want to remind you that I am going to include a little tutorial on how to braid any Portland Leather Goods purse strap. So as you see here, I've braided this strap myself. Again, I can take no credit for this idea, but I love implementing it. And someone asked me the other day, would you do a video tutorial on how to do this with any Portland leather bag? Any Portland leather bag that comes with a detachable strap. So this is my beautiful medium crossbody in eucalyptus. Eucalyptus is such a beautiful leather. Oh, please make more in eucalyptus. I think it's so gorgeous and soft and pretty. And basically, I braided her strap. This is such a lovely length to wear a shoulder bag, in my opinion, and on myself. I'm excited to show you in a moment how you can do this to any Portland leather strap that's removable. Let's try the braided strap on a couple more purses. I'm just so excited. This is my classic Poppy in the lovely color Kyoto. Again, an amazing leather. I am such a fan. Kyoto is one of those colors that is awesome because it is sort of a pinkish purple mauve color, and I think actually serves well as a neutral. Here is my little classic poppy with the braided leather strap. I actually think that's a really fun contrast, and I would probably add some pieces of flare to the front of the poppy, maybe to tie in that dark brown color. So here she is with a little bit of chocolatey brown flare. I've added this little chocolate brown mockingbird as well as an itsy bitsy pouch in cold brew. And again, the strap is grizzly. So this just goes to show you can definitely mix and match your browns. They don't all have to be perfect. And with a beautiful pop of color on the bag, I think that looks really fun. Speaking of chocolate brown, I just had the idea of putting the strap on my small Monaco in chocolate brown. I like to refer to this little purse as my Hershey's Kiss purse because doesn't it just have the swoopy round base shape of our Hershey's Kiss? Even if it doesn't exactly come to a point at the top, it's so adorable. And look at it with this braided strap. This is so cute and just brings the Monaco up into a sweet length as a shoulder bag. And again, depending on your outfit, you could add some colorful flair to this to make it a little more exciting. But what a fun combination. Let's hop into the braided strap tutorial. I'm excited to share this with you guys. I know the day that I discovered the braided strap tutorial, it unlocked a world of possibilities for me. For the braided strap tutorial today, I'm going to be using this strap that I took from a Lola bag. The Lola bag comes with a really nice crossbody strap, and it is adjustable, as you can see. Sometimes if you wear it on the shortest setting, it works as a long shoulder bag, but if you want it shorter or you want to customize the length a little bit, you can use the braiding technique. So I'm going to show you how to do that. The first step is a little counterintuitive. You're actually going to make it as long as you possibly can. I got this strap by Sell Trade, and it looks to me like someone actually added an extra hole right there. That's so funny. They don't usually go that close to the edge. So I'm actually going to go 2 holes in because that's what would have been the naturally longest setting on the strap. And you're just going to tuck the end in. We have now adjusted the strap to its longest setting. Now here comes the fun part for the braiding. With the shortest length facing away from you, if that makes sense, the side that has these loops, face that away from you. We're not going to do anything to that side. We want to use the nice long side here that has so much leather strap for us to work with. Every time I do this, I kind of have to think it through. But basically, you're going to kind of loop it around like this. So you have the long strap coming down toward you. It's curving up. It's curving around under the strap that's there. And then you have this long length. Now to get this to work correctly, this free end actually has to be a little bit longer than the loop that you've made. Do you see that? How that's hanging down further? And the reason is that you need a little bit extra there to still hook it to the bag and complete the braid. Now what you've essentially created, you have your free strap over here. This strap is in kind of a loop, and then you have the middle-ish area of the strap going underneath. And if you can imagine, when you learned to braid in grade school, you always needed 3 strands, and you've essentially made 1, 2, 3 strands. Now you're going to braid. Now the trick here, the thing that I didn't catch the first time, is as you're braiding, do not fold the strap over as you go. You actually want to kind of pull and bend the strap instead. I'll show you what I mean. So I'm going to start by putting this end over, and this is the only time I'm going to bend it like that to start the braid. Then this one is going to go over here. Now, right away, you'll notice that free strand is like stuck in your loop. Just pull that baby on through. You want him to be free. And then you're going to continue to braid, remembering not to fold, but just to kind of stretch and bend the strap. Now, if I was to fold, I'm talking about going like this. Don't do that, just do this. And again, I can't take credit for this tutorial. Someone else shared it, but someone asked me if I would make a video, and I said I would. Now again, I've gotten to this point, and this free end, I can just tell it's supposed to go under this one, and so I need to kind of make that happen by pulling it through the loop down there. And continue braiding outside over the center, outside over the center, outside over the center, and now again that free one needs to go through the loop. Just anytime you feel your free strap getting tangled, just go ahead and put it where it needs to go. And you're just going to continue doing this till you get down to here. Now once you're down to the end, you can't really braid much more, so you're going to still follow the same pattern of putting this edge over the middle, but now it has to kind of get threaded through there. And you can see you don't have much left to continue the braid. Now, if you were being picky, you could undo the braid and make this part a little shorter or this part a little tighter, but I find it's actually fine to just kind of stop there and then go backwards and sort of loosen the braid just a little, because as we were working it, we were keeping it really, really tight. And now we have a little bit of extra strap here that we can kind of push up toward the beginning of the braid. You see what I'm doing there? And that'll just kind of even things out and make the top of the braid not so rigid and not so tight. And there you have it. There is your braided strap. So you took a nice, long, beautiful crossbody strap, and now you've shortened it into more of a shoulder strap length. And you can wear this braid on the front as you carry your bag or on the back, whatever you prefer. My braid's not perfect, and that's okay. It's a little bit hard for me to do this on camera, honestly. And when I do it by myself, it's like, oh, that turned out well. And then of course, when you turn the camera on, you get little imperfections. But you can kind of just keep working with it. I'm just kind of moving up a little bit of that extra strap, some of that extra looseness down here up to the top. But there you have it. That looks really great. So now you know how to get a braided strap. You can either hunt one down from Portland Leather Goods or a purse pal who has one. I keep hearing little rumors. Sometimes the admins in the insiders group ask people, do you want to see the braided strap brought back? And all of us are, of course, giving a resounding yes. So maybe these will come to the website soon, or if they don't, that's okay. And you can also do it yourself and just shorten any crossbody into a shoulder bag using this technique. It's such a great little trick, especially if you're a shorter person like myself and you just want to bring that bag up another couple inches. Thank you so much for watching today. I'm glad you were here. I've got all the information down in the description box below if you want to check it out. Have a great day. We'll see you next time. Bye.